With Ivan. Today I was having some grape juice, baby juice, and he was telling me about it.
Start when I ain't even ready, nigga. Tell me when you start, bro.
It's all good to go. You out here drinking beer on YouTube.
You for real? You already started?
Yeah.
And before you get ready to watch this video, I'd just like to share some quick information. We are sponsored by MetaMats, and they provide very, very high quality mats that are completely customizable up to your personal preference. And we would like to say thank you so much for watching this video. We do some extremely innovative stuff at this channel, and I would definitely like for you to check out our future content. We just do some crazy stuff up here. I appreciate you guys so much for showing love to our team, and enjoy this video.
What's up?
Oh, it's already rolling?
Yeah.
Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing. I know y'all haven't heard from me in a while. Not really a while, just like 3 or 4 days maybe. I was just like handling business. Rent was coming up, so I had to take care of a couple things. But I went and hit DNA today with my true Draco, my true King Draco Invoked deck, I guess you could call it, with the spellbook engine. And I went undefeated. I literally just savaged everybody. I think I took one loss against my homeboy Ricky. He's the owner of Card Shack, but it was like a 1 out of 3. Like I got game 1, he won game 2, and I got him in game 3. But bro, I savaged everybody. Like I really wish that I could have performed this way at YCS Dallas, but it's like when it's a new format, you really have to get a feel of what you're playing against. You have to get used to it. So like after getting used to everything that's like in fluctuation right now, I was able to do exceptional. Like bro, undefeated is exceptional to me, but. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the deck list. Alright, so I played 2 Mr. Peace. This guy is insane. I actually dropped him every single game, and he got kaiju'd by Ricky, because Ricky actually mains kaiju, so he plays like this crazy anti-meta jank. But he got kaiju'd one time today, and I used the kaiju against him and just kept the Gamma Seal D, because like he didn't have a kaiju especially from hand. And his deck was really weird, but like he kaiju my Masterpiece. I kept my Gamma Seal and didn't even do anything with it just so he couldn't kaiju me again. And I still got that game. Masterpiece was putting in a lot of work. I played a Dino player today, which is actually our ex-teammate Colton. Oh man, I thought I was gonna burp. But he plays like True King Dinos, and like he just couldn't get over Masterpiece at all. Shut up, Poe. He didn't even play the tournament. Masterpiece is insane. And like there's an emergency ban list coming up, and I'm like, Masterpiece and Diagram in on the hill? Alright, I'm still playing my deck. And then with the Kings, we played 2 copies of Mariame. She just lets you make Masterpiece how you want to make them, whether you search the spell first and then him, or the trap first and hit him. It's just like a really, really versatile way to get your Masterpiece. The problem with the pure Draco variant with the demise and all that crap is, even though you draw a lot, you draw into random stuff and nothing's guaranteed. And like even if you draw into a way to make Masterpiece, you have to just stick with the way that you basically drew into. What I'm saying is like if you demise and draw like Heritage and like another thing, and you can make a spell monster Masterpiece, you have to make your Masterpiece that way if you're trying to make him, period. And the thing with this card is she lets you determine how you make it. So depending on the matchup, for example, if you're playing Lightsworns, you know that deck plays 0 traps. So why would you make a trap monster Masterpiece? And granted that JD can attack over him, you know, he can always pop it. So just, this card is really, really good because it's like, if you don't have Masterpiece and you have this and any of your 9 diagrams, you can still make them pretty simple. So I still play 2 because I like opening up with this card a lot. She's also my extension to go into True King of All Calamities, which I play in my extra deck. So she's lit. She's really lit. Giant Chicken puts in work, bro.
Giant Chicken, bro.
Then I play 2 copies of Mr. Crowley. He's just a 1-card engine. You can play 1 and get away with it as long as he doesn't get striked or warning. But I like having 2 because I like having 1 in rotation for my actual fusion plays and then 1 for that extra hand trap push. So like, we'll keep him in the category of hand traps once we're moving forward. Of course, I play the 1 blue boy. You have to play the ulti or you're never, ever going to draw the boy. Yeah, he's savage. Bro, it's mandatory. You just got to. You got to play ulti and you got to play foreign because rarity holds up in this thing. So the hand traps, we're going to keep Alistair, a.k.a. Mr. Crowley, in the hand trap portion because he really is a hand trap. He's a damage step hand trap, which makes him more versatile and a bit more difficult to play around. So we played 3 Ash Blossom. Bro, her forehead is an armored tank. I'm telling you. My boy that actually played the Dinlong Turbo, this nigga told me, I was like, bro, I agree with you. Her forehead is an armored tank. She just puts in way too much work. Ash is too strong, bro. No matter what people say, this card is just too powerful, too versatile to not play. if you're not playing Ash, you're doing something wrong, and you'll never ever be able to play in this format as good as you possibly could have if you played Ashes. It's just like it makes a huge difference. Like when I play my other like for fun decks because they don't have Ashes in it, I notice a huge difference in the game state as it progresses. Like without having access to Ash, it really does hurt a lot because there's certain cards that are detrimental to your playstyle that you cannot stop if you don't have Ash. Or for example, a Strike, but because she's a hand trap, you can play her if your opponent gets to go first. She's just insane, dude. And then 3 copies of Ghost Ogre. Ultis, baby. You have to play the ultis. You might get a little closer, bro. So, like, Ghost Ogre is putting in a lot more work than Ash right now because ogreing drone is more important. Like, I've been learning a bit more. And, like, when you ogre the drone, what's up,
question. Bro? How you feel about drone going to 1?
Oh, I don't care because I don't play Spirals. Yeah, I've never really played meta, bro. Like, this build that I'm showing you, this is the closest thing to meta I've played in a long time. Just because it has Masterpiece in it.
Yo, I asked a couple people today how they felt about Spirals, the drone going to 1.
Salty, bro.
Yo, they were salty as hell. They said, I quit the deck. I'm getting a new deck. What?
Hey, but there's going to be good players, though, that learn how to play around that.
Yeah, of course.
It's similar to Zodiacs. Like, when Zodiacs got hit, people learn how to play around that. They got hit.
Yeah, like Rat Tier 1 to 2, bro.
Yeah,
shit,
like,
you still play it.
Even though like Drone and Quick Fixer at 1, it's like you still have them. You just don't have the Machine Duke combo, which means the deck is not as retarded as it was, but it's still like you have Helix, you have everything.
Bro, you preaching right now, bro. You preaching.
You stupid dog. Bro. Honestly, it's more correct. Like sometimes it's better to ogre drone first before you even if you're like trying to hold it for Helix. I know I said it before, like hold your hand shots for Helix, but like if you ogre the drone, excuse my burp drinking, but if you ogre drone, it's a bit more correct because drone is also a Machine Duke target. So say for example, you ogre the super agent and they're like, all right, I'll lose my super agent. Machine Duke. They still have the whole combo and you just wasted an ogre. But if you ogre drone, most spiral lists only play 1 big red. So if they happen to draw that 1 big red, then they have the big red. And if they don't have that 1 of, which is similar to drawing Raigeki, then they can't make Helix. And drone is very, very important because he's, like I said, he's a Machine Duke target. He stacks the deck. And if you ogre drone, it's basically like, all right, well, I can special summon once by calling it right with super agent, but without that 1 big red, because you can't normal summon quick fix unless you play, double summon and drew that 1 double summon. It's like you can't really do much. So ogre is really, really powerful. It's a bit more powerful than Ash. It sounds crazy, but ogre is like a lot more versatile too, in the sense that she outs the problem, whereas Ash can like stop it for a turn if it's a field spell or a monster. But then there's also like times when Ash is just like, she just takes a turn away from people, like just takes the whole turn. It's like Ashen Demise, cards like that, where like it's the most important play, and you just stop it, and they're like, all right, I'm done for a turn. But
you know what I did today?
What?
I freaking locked people out of their whole deck, bro. Like Cool Cuss, bro. I got him with that drone lock, bro. I did that drone lock. Ooh. You said, you lock people out their whole deck.
Like Ash and Ogre though, they're more main deck worthy than Droll because sometimes people like search the card that they need first.
Bro, these are mandatory. You have to play.
Of course,
Ash.
Maxi.
Oh,
get a little closer for me. Of course, Maxi.
Show me that rarity, bro. Show me that rarity.
It's all ultis, bro. It's everything max rarity. But Maxi is a correct card as well. Not only because we're in spiral format, but it's just like every deck that's not Draco special summons. Even if the Pendulum Magician's Pendulum summon, you draw 1 off of that, they always go into their extra deck after that if a smart player would. But under Maxi, they might not. But like Maxi would still, like for example, if you're playing Pendulum Magicians, you're like, all right, I'll put them under Maxi. They're like Pendulum summon, you draw 1. Now they're choosing not to go into that extra deck, which could be a potential threat that you don't have to deal with because they're like, I don't want him to actually plus. So Maxi is like almost like the most powerful trap in the deck, even though it's like not a hand, it's a hand trap and it's not a trap. It almost acts as like Vanity's Emptiness sometimes.
Dude, I love Vanity's Emptiness.
In technical terms, the 9 hand traps because Alistair is versatile as well. And for the spells, we played 3 copies of Double D's. We played 2 Magic Rundown, aka Hot Sauce. You're stupid. And then I call you Double D, bro. And then
you
one
call me Double D.
When the emergency balance is effective immediately, I'm literally gonna take this out in 2 set rotations and still play 1.
Bro, set rotation at 1? That's so sad, bro.
It's cool. I mean, I still have 7 diagrams instead of 9, which it's 2 less, but I'd rather have 7 diagrams than 6, honestly. So you play the 6 field spells, and then moving forward with that, we're also playing the 3 copies of Optimus Prime. Ultis, baby. You have to play Ultis or you won't draw.
Yo, these are Ultis, bro?
Yeah, they're all Ultimate rares. Everything's max rating, bro. Then the 3 set rotations while it's still at 3. It's an insane card. I don't understand why I got E-banned. Because it's not the fact that it gives you instant access as an extender to your field spells, having multiple copies in your hand, but also it's the fact that it locks the other player out of their field spells, which is almost worse than Imperial Order, because some decks are so reliant on field spells, it's like, you can't really do anything about it. Like, you have the waste resources trying to pop the dead field spell they gave you.
Yo, I did set rotation today on a freaking Pendulum Magician deck. I was so mad.
They don't do anything. And then 2 copies of Secret, ulti foreigns, you have to. That's why I draw them so much, and then 2 copies of Knowledge.
You draw them because they're ulti,
power.
bro.
Yeah,
this is all
that's
bro.
just my theory. It's a theory, but sometimes it's like, it's true, bro. I draw ultis more than I draw anything. And then the Disciples and the Heritage, I always play one of them, because to me, they're bricks. And because you play them at 1, when you draw them, it's like so sacky when you resolve them. Like if you happen to hard draw them, it's like really, really good. But when you're playing them at multiples, you always see them at times when you really don't like them, when you don't need them. You don't have a diagram, you don't have a masterpiece. It's just like a card that has 3 effects that you can't use any of them. So even though, yeah, they have 3 broken effects, it's a requirement and it's a specific setup. These cards by themselves without a setup do nothing. So I just play them at 1. And then 1 Dark Hole and 1 Raigeki. I main deck these because my deck is more versatile going first or second. So even if I lose a dice roll, I don't lose the match. And that was the thing that I really wanted this deck to focus more on. Because like I play, you know, the basically 9 hand traps. And then of course I play Dark Hole and Raigeki. And then I main deck 3 evenly matched. Like if I go second, you know, I'm not gonna lose it just because I lost a dice roll. If I go first, like all I have to do is just draw basically like any way to get to diagram, or I can just draw like a way to get to Alistair, and like I'm good to go. And then 1 copy of Invocation to sum up the spells. You might get a little closer, bro.
Yeah, you good. You good. You good.
And then for the traps, which I do play a little bit more than the average player would in their Draco deck.
Question.
Or just in any deck.
How many cards is this?
It's 44.
44.
I play 3 evenly matched in the main deck. Evenly match increases the ceiling. Like if you play it in your main deck, it increases the ceiling of any deck that main decks it. Because it's an instant out to any established board. It doesn't target, it doesn't destroy. It's almost more powerful than Kaijuing. It's sometimes more powerful than Raw Spear mode, because they can keep one monster that could be a threat to you. But like, for example, when you evenly match a Spiral player, if I open up with this and like an Alistair, I can just evenly match them and then normal summon Alistair and make Mechaba. And then after that, Sleeper is lackluster because Sleeper can't activate his effect unless they want it to get banished by Mechaba. So it's like really, really powerful. That's why I like evenly match a lot more in an Invoke deck, just because I have access to Mechaba. So like I can evenly match them, like I said, and make Mechaba. And now it's like Sleeper, even though you're like, oh, I'll banish all these and keep Sleeper. Okay, fine, whatever. You know, I'm not worried about Sleeper at that point. It's just really, really powerful. It's basically a blowout. It almost makes that matchup free. Unfortunately, I don't draw this card as much as I really plan to, like as much as I hope to. I draw like Terraformings more, I draw Set Rotations more, I draw like Alistair more, and he's at 2. And then of course you play the 3 ulti strikes. You have to play him or you'll never draw him. But Strike is insane in this format. It puts in work against like every deck except for pure Dracos. Because it's like, it's not much to strike. In addition to that, every time they drop a baby Draco, they're like always popping a back row by chipping like Disciples or Heritage. Huh?
What's a baby Draco?
A baby Draco, I call them baby Dracos. Everything that's not Masterpiece is a baby. And that's how I see, yeah. And then 2 copies of Apocalypse and 1 return. It's 9 traps. I also like having a lot of traps. Like, not a lot, but enough. Because having access to Mechaba, you're able to negate traps when you need to. Like, for example, the evenly match, you're able to negate evenly match by pitching a trap. Of course, you can search these off a diagram, which increases your ceiling. Because now you can deal with traps, whether it's a Paleo matchup, where it's somebody playing evenly match. Whether it's a Mirror Force, Torrential, of course you cannot negate Strike. That's an obvious thing, but you play the 9 traps. If I draw any of these traps, I'm really happy because the True Draco ones, the return, that's 1 step. Like, that's 1 step away from Masterpiece, and then the strikes are insane. Evenly matched is insane. Going first, this is crazy. Going second, this is insane. It's just really, really good. That's something.
Yo, evenly matched going second, bro?
Yeah, it's insane. Like I said, like I built my deck to go first or second. I didn't want to build it specifically for one or the other. Because then it would become like this. Like, when you lose the dice roll, you lose the match. Like, if you play like Yosenju Kaijus, for example, and you have to go first with Yosenju Kaijus, and you draw like all Kaijus, you just bricked. And if your deck's built for going first and you happen to go second and you draw a handful of like Strike and like, you know, just traps that are reactive, like Floodgate, Trap Hole, Bottomless, you know, Solemn Warning, and you're going second, it does nothing. But that's why I built my deck to be so versatile. That's why I like it. And it's one of the reasons why it's performed so well. And then the extra deck is 1 Chlamydia, and then Baby Chlamydia.
Bro, I'm never gonna get over that. Dude.
I guess I'll just call it chlamydia and syphilis. Or what is it? Syphilis?
Syphilis,
yeah. So chlamydia and syphilis, because they're like they do the same thing, bro. It's just like way too strong. If you're wondering how you make
syphilis is really cheap right now, dude.
Yeah, it's like $3. If you're wondering how I make him,
no,
it
went down.
Oh, it was $3. Oh yeah, you know what? The shops oversell. They're like, but it's probably like $1 or $2.
Yeah,
like,
he's because just a good this guy did a trade for like about $1 today, dude.
That's insane.
It was freaking awesome, dude. Yeah. Oh, I think Cool Cuss picked it up today for about $1.
Oh, and yeah, cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah,
Cool Cuss,
so like,
shit.
Chlamydia is like way better, obviously, than syphilis, because he says your hand, your grave, your extra deck, everywhere you can't do anything, and then you also can't attack. Whereas this guy says, yeah, you can't do anything, you can't attack, but links still exist. Links can't go to defense. Calamity's like, I don't care if you're a link. I don't care if you're anything. If you're a monster, you have to answer to me. And that's why he's insane. That's why I honestly, for a while, it sounds crazy, but I thought this card would have got banned or limited to one.
I was thinking that same thing
never got touched. He's one of the most powerful boss monsters that ever existed. He has 3,000 attack and defense. Like, everything about him is just broken. There's no weakness to him.
His effect is like fucking awesome,
It's one of the most perfect cards that Konami ever made. It's like the most unfair, overly powered, unbalanced card. Like, it's like, I think the one thing you could do to him is if he activates his effect on standby and you chain Ogre, you can get rid of him. But you're still under him for a turn. He's like lose a turn, but worse. And of course, when you're playing True Kings in your deck, he lets you just like pop, do your own effects, call in the right attribute because he made them all the right attribute. Get all 3 effects in one True King. Like, he's just insane. And of course, syphilis. The way you make him is with your Kaliga. You can make Kaliga. Obviously, Kaliga is basically like skill drain on leg pseudo with like a hand trap, and the strike is like skill drain. Then you just normal summon your Alistair again, search your invocation overlay into him, and you have invocation in hand. So whenever he's done, you still have an invoke play. You still have masterpiece. It's like really strong. The deck just pumps out boss monsters one by one, and if your opponent can't deal with the first one, it's like you don't have to make the other ones.
3 Mechas?
Yeah, I played 3 Makaba. So I'm trying to get a nickname for him.
Makaba. So normally people play this at 2. Why is there a reason why you play this at 3?
I play him at 3 because he comes up a lot. Not only because ogres and like masterpiece are prevalent, but sometimes like I like to banish sleeper because once they lose the 1 out of rotation, most decks play 1. They can't use rescue mission to add it back to hand and special summon it again. And then like Mechaba, once I make 1, I can make the other 2 just by banishing him to summon the second one, banish the second one, and summon the third. And he's just like really insane. Like Mechaba and Masterpiece, like because I play so many hand traps, as long as I have either a hand trap or a strike in addition to Mechaba and Masterpiece, I potentially have game on board. Because you have Disruption, which hits the most important key crucial cards in your deck. In addition to that, he's an extension for me to make Chlamydia because he's a level 9. And you can just like summon your Mariame, whether it's by her effect or return. And then him, you can make your Calamities right there. There's just too many good reasons to not like to play him at 3. Like there's no reason to not play him at 3. He's just insane, dude. And then 2 Raijins. Raijin puts in a lot of work.
Raijin is fucking beast.
You'd be surprised because you can't link with face down monsters. So if you book it the turn it's summon, you can't flip it back face up. So like you're done. And then 2 Burger Trio. Burger Trio puts in a lot of work. He actually put in a lot of work today.
You love that guy. You love that guy.
Oh my god, he's just crazy. Kakaitis, because like most decks can't really out him. He's just really hard to deal with. Kaliga, for the most part, I use Kaliga as an extension to go into Syphilis. And then like of course he's like skill drain on legs. And then everything after this is all just Winter Cherries targets. Because I think Winter Cherries is still a good card, no matter what people say. Buster, Helix, Firewall Dragon, and totally awesome. If I had more room, there'd be like a Dante, a Mithrilium, just for the offset chance. Yeah, I mean, if I had space, dude, I would play like every relevant Winter Cherries target, even if it's not relevant for the meta, just so that I don't auto lose to certain decks. Like I feel like if you hit Buster and ABC, they just become a random rank 4 deck / Destrudo deck.
So normally after they lose this, they'll go into like some stupid ass rank 4
yeah,
deck.
this rank 4s and
I think, man, they're done after they lose their ABC, bro.
Basically, if I take the Buster, they lose access to their Link monsters, and they also lose access to the threats that would be dealing with Masterpiece, so I feel like it's correct.
Would you ever consider on running Proxy Dragon?
No. Nah.
Not even to Winter Chariot, that's what I mean, like to Winter Chariot?
Nah, if I ever was going to put another Link monster for Winter Chariot, it'd be Borolo Dragon. Because he deals with certain, he just deals with cards that I have that naturally couldn't be dealt with. But everything else I'm not scared of.
That's what I'm saying.
And the side deck is 3 Raw Spear Mode. It's my favorite side deck staple. I've been side decking it for like over a year now, and
you've had it forever, bro.
Yeah, I've had it forever, bro. And like people always talked about it. Every single deck profile that I had a side deck, this was 3 of, and every single side deck, no matter what, because like it's just way too powerful. It's way too hard to get over, and it's like a kaiju that you get back for free, and then it becomes a boss monster that they have to play around. That costed you like 1 card from hand at the cost of sacrificing your opponent's board. It's just like really unfair. It's like if a kaiju said, get rid of 3 of your opponent's monsters and come back to you, that's really what he is.
That's dope, dude.
3 draws.
No,
this is actually how I won my beer match.
Guys.
I played Dracos today. I guess Dracos are becoming more prevalent because the emergency ban list is, happening soon. They're hopping on the dick. Everybody's like, oh, let's go back to playing Draco. So I was like,
so I'm really questioning. So people at Dallas, they didn't really top with Draco, but because they topped with Spirals. So now that Spirals are being hit, only the good players are gonna stay.
I think a lot of people are still gonna see if Spirals work. I'll tell you like this: if a Spiral deck tops after the ban list, people are just gonna net deck him and literally copy his deck card for card and keep playing it. Yeah,
yo,
it's almost like I'm sad to say it because it sounds like I'm calling everybody zombies, but for the most part, most meta players are just gonna do what everybody else does.
Did you see? Okay, so top 16 guy
what's up, bro?
from Trickstar.
Yeah,
that guy. I really liked how he built it, but I would not at the Gofu.
The Gofu makes sense though, bro.
The Gofu does make sense, but now that it got hit, I really want to see his new deck profile.
Oh yeah, I want to see. He's probably gonna modify it.
Yo, that guy, I really want to see his deck profile because I think he was onto something good. With the Gofu.
I liked his deck profile, bro.
His deck was really good, but I want to see. I want to see what he's gonna change it to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he'll top again. Maybe top 16. Hopefully he'll top again because I want to see his deck profile, bro. Somebody has to put it out there again. He was a really good player, bro.
Yeah, I think so, bro. And
top 16, only Trickstar, bro? That was fucking broken, bro.
Yeah, there was like one Trickstar. But then again, it's not really the deck, it's the player. And that dude just really
the player, bro, because no matter what you got, you can net deck, but you might not top.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with net decking. That's why I don't like net decking. Is it's like you can play the same exact deck as somebody, and
but
you don't
it doesn't
know
matter,
how to,
bro.
Yeah,
you don't know the combos.
They have the experience. It's not even just the combos. It's like they have the experience. They've been in tight situations that you've never been in. It's just like, oh, this dude top. I want to play his deck because he won, so I'm gonna win if I play his deck. It's
I was playing that Crawler's player today, bro. Crawler's player came in there. I was playing him today, and he said, "Oh, I just special these Crawlers. Can I flip them up?" Bro, I had to get another Crawler's player to, referee the match, bro.
If a monster is summoned,
I was tripping.
The turn it's summoned, you cannot change his battle position unless it's via an additional card effect.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyways, the 3 cherries. Cherries is like correct card to play.
Cherry is freaking amazing. You have to cite it.
It's actually more amazing now because Drone and the Quick Fix are at 1, and because of that, Helix it's gonna be like a lot tougher for them to play around it once their Helix dies because they don't like the Machine Dupe combo gives them access to pretty much any generic Link monster that they can make. So even if you take Helix, they can still make like Firewalls, Borloads, but Machine Dupe's dead now. They can't do Machine Dupe. So once they're able to make the Helix, if you cherries the Helix, it's like, Proxy Dragon? It's like it just doesn't even matter. It's gonna make the deck a lot more delicate than it ever was before.
So you saying so you say that with getting rid of Helix, okay?
Getting rid of Helix is more important.
What is their best option?
I actually play their best options here in my extra deck. For the most part, their first turn boards, if they get their crazy combo, consist of these 2 in addition to Sleeper, other cards like that. Disruption forms like.
After the ban list, you're good to go.
I'm good, man. I'm not worried. Like even today, I played all meta, bro. Except for my boy Ricky's anti-meta. I went undefeated, bro.
Yo, Ricky's deck was nasty.
Yeah,
bro.
it was. Ricky got second place, bro. I got first place and Ricky got second place. Like he knew what he was doing. The Dinkos are still correct because Paleozoic is like a deck that no matter what, people always flock back to it. It's just like that old hole you can never forget, bro.
Yo, it's so like, Denko at 2, would you pick it up to 3?
No, because the space in my side deck is so tight. So I can only afford to side 2 and 2.
So specifically, okay.
Yeah, it's like it's nice when you draw these.
So what is this for?
Anti-spell is actually for like everything.
Everything.
It's not just for pendulum. Most people side it for pendulums.
Yeah,
but
of course,
like if I'm in a state where, because like I have a lot of times, it doesn't like it sounds weird to say, but there's a lot of times when I make my first turn board and people scoop on me, so I don't know what I'm playing. So when it comes out to side decking, if I'm going first, whenever I'm going first against the deck, I don't know what I'm playing. I'll always side anti-spells. At the offset chance, it could be Spirals, Pendulum Magicians, or ABCs because all their most important plays are spells, and to make them play a turn behind gives me a high advantageous advantage. Obviously, advantageous advantage doesn't make sense. It puts me in a high advantageous position because now not only am I playing a turn ahead, but like they can't really pull off any combos and make a board, so I can just easily pick them apart. And it's a continuous for Masterpiece, so it has insane synergy. And like, although my deck, you know, kind of plays a lot of spells, it's like, but if you know you have spells, you're not going to play this.
You play it at 2. Would you consider playing it at 3?
No. I've considered playing a lot of stuff at 3. I've considered playing the Water Time mode.
You see, like, I'm asking you all these questions because a lot of people, like a lot of followers, fans would ask, why is he asking all these questions? But you never know whenever somebody else would have the same question as me.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm just going out there and I'm asking the questions just in case anybody else was wondering the same thing I was wondering. So 2 for you is the perfect ratio.
Yeah. It's like, the way I see it like this. The Droll, the Raw Spear Mode, and the Cherries are far more important than the Tinkle and the Anti-Spell because the decks that these hit are played a lot more. If it makes sense, there's a high representation. So I'm going to be seeing those decks a lot more
and
than
then
I
basically
Paleos.
With Droll, you can hit anything.
Yeah, Droll hits anything. Like, that's the thing.
Cherry as well.
Cherries hits basically anything. Droll hits anything. Raw Spear Mode hits the crazy decks. The decks are like, they just do too much. And it's like, okay, you know what? You're very, very confident in your first turn board. I'm going to tribute off your Sleeper, your Helix, and your Firewall.
You got first today. Did you actually use it?
I never resolved Spear Mode once today. I resolved Droll like crazy. I didn't even side Winter Cherries. I actually resolved Anti-Spell, and it put me so far ahead. And I literally tributed Anti-Spell and an Apocalypse to make an all-trap Masterpiece.
It's a continuous trap. It's a continuous trap, man.
I never sided Denko, and then I sided Kaijus, but it was against Ricky. Because he played a Kaiju deck, and I was hoping that I could just summon my Kaiju to my side of the field. And it never worked. So the card that I saw today was Anti-Spell, and it actually, like, it got me game. And then the 2 Kaijus, like, I wanted to do a full Kaiju package, but it was, like, so tight on space. And then another thing that I took into consideration was that Slumber was actually Asherable. And I didn't want a board wipe that can actually be negated.
You know, there's a lot of people not playing Ash today just because they didn't want to play Ash. I thought it was kind of weird.
I mean, not everybody can afford the card, bro.
No, this guy said he had 3 Ashes. He's like, every time I drew it, I just threw it back in my deck. Man, I was like, you tripping, bro. I would have had
it. Yeah, he's tripping. Ash is like, that's
Ash is holy, bro. It's holy.
Ash is like the best card I play in my deck. I think really the best cards I play in my deck are the Hand Traps and Masterpiece.
Hand Traps really are helping out a lot.
Hand Traps and Masterpiece, bro. If I have Masterpiece and Hand Traps,
I honestly think we should just call this a Hand Trap meta. Honestly, dude.
It's become that way, but it's always been that. It's just like people are realizing it more and more so how powerful hand traps are because in my opinion, hand traps make going second far more than fair. It almost makes going second a walk in the park.
I want to see somebody like main deck like some Fake Veilers or something like that. That'll be trippy as hell, bro.
The best hand traps this format are Ash, Ogre, Droll, Winter Cherries.
Of course,
Maxi, and then Gamma. Those are the best hand traps. They hit everything. Other hand
really
traps
do.
like Effect Veiler, Skullmeister, Artifact Lancia.
Skullmaster is actually not that bad.
It's not.
But it's kind of like a thing that you would play like against a certain, player.
Yeah, it's specific.
Even if you're going to side it, it's just against a certain player, man.
I would say that. And the reason why Droll and Ash and Ogre are in Maxi are so good because they hit any deck. Every deck searches, every deck specials, every deck
They really do,
Ash hits everything. And every deck has a spell or trap or monster that activates effects, so Ogre's always live. Maxi's only not live against pure Draco Demise. And it's that one Seki card. If you draw it, oh my god, that's one card that I can't use.
Yeah, against your dude, I was trying to play a guy today, and I was just like, fuck, I drew into Maxi.
Yeah,
that's sad as hell, man.
But aside from that, man, I mean, that's my deck profile. It's in depth. I went undefeated. Dude, I didn't even think I was gonna do it because I hadn't played Yugioh in like maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, we took a break. For like a couple of days from videos.
I haven't played since YCS Dallas, bro.
Yo, I think I haven't played a little bit before you, man.
Yeah, dude. I wasn't expecting it. Like I said, I literally had one loss, and that was it. And I was actually surprised. Like, even though the emergency ban list is coming out, everybody's like, I want to play Sparrows while I still can. So, you know, Sparrows are running around like crazy, dude.
Yo, some people are just quitting on the deck, bro. They ain't even trying to like fix it up or like play it a different way. They just said,
Sparrows
you know,
are still really insane.
Yo, they're still gonna be good. There's a reason why they left them at 1, bro.
Yeah, bro. Oh yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to keep you guys in mind. Evenly match is gonna become a lot more prevalent because set rotation is going to 1, and this was the one card that can play around evenly match.
Of course,
and now that it's at 1, they're less like you have 3 evenly match, so they're less likely to have the 1. It's almost like the Saki Maxi. They're less likely to have this when you have the evenly match. So you can resolve this more successfully now.
It was crazy, man. Even like having to activate your evenly matched and then your set rotation, bro.
Yeah, but set rotation is going to 1. So the way I actually see it is most people are going to stop playing the card.
Okay,
so I'm actually going to keep the 1.
You said you were going to keep it at 1.
Yeah, but I'm not going to play a bad field spell at all.
You're just okay. You told me earlier you're just going to give that meltdown to somebody else.
Yeah, I'm going to give the meltdown, or if I'm playing Pendulum Magicians, I'm more than likely going to give them the diagram so I can use the meltdown to make them like the Cocytus, the Mechabug, the Purgatrio is insane in that matchup because they have
Purgatrio's
all these
fucking
cards
dope,
on the field.
bro.
Yeah, but like aside from that, dude, like I'm still going to play the 1 set rotation because it actually helps just having like 7 diagrams. It really does work a lot. And the fact that set rotation is not actually ashable. Like, you can't activate Ash Block.
Set rotation is not ashable?
No, you can't Ash it. So,
fucking crazy.
You can get your field spell up, and they can Ash your field spell, but you keep it. Whereas, like, it's Terraforming, they can Ash your Terraforming, and you don't get access to your field spell at all.
Dude, that's crazy, dude. That's so crazy. No wonder set rotation was hit instead of Terraforming. Because a lot of people were wondering, why the fuck was Terraforming not hit? But set rotation was.
Set rotation was.
Fuck!
Set rotation was way better than. It was like a terraforming that said you can.
It was a terraforming on freaking like steroids, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's like
it's just like, you know what? Now you don't get to activate a field spell, bro. It's just like what?
It's like a terraforming / anti-terraforming.
Bro, tell me why I was playing a guy. He was just like, I'm just activating my field spell over that one, bro. What you mean you're gonna activate your field spell over that?
Yeah. It's like a trap, dude. It's insane.
It's just it fucks people over, bro.
It's gonna become as Saki as Maxi and Darko and Raigeki now, because it's that Saki one.
But you know what really sad me up about this whole ban list? I was cool with the quick fix and the drone, but Gofu's really sad me down, bro.
No, but Gofu makes sense.
But you know what's good about it? We get to get a Gofu in Super now, bro. I get to rarity bump it, bro. They're gonna be cheaper.
They're gonna be way cheaper.
They're gonna be way cheaper. They're not gonna be $8 no more. Fuck them Gofus,
if you think
bro.
about it, bro, it makes sense because Gofu actually breaks boards all by itself.
It really does, dude.
And it gives you instant access to any basically link.
Yo, so I really want to hear in these comments, bro. I want to hear all these people tell me either they went with the Mrs. Radiant or they went with the Deco Talker, because I really want to know what they preferred. You know what they preferred. Sorry.
To make with the Gofu.
Yeah, because people would just go Gofu and they would either use the Mrs. Radiant or they would go Deco Talker. And I want to know what people like the best, you know?
Dude, I think
so hopefully you guys can leave a comment down, let us know what you guys like the best, and we'll look into it, because I know my friend, he Gofu'd me, and then today Kukas, bro, he goofy me, bro. I was gonna say goofy. He Gofu'd me, bro, and then he went Link Spider, and then he went Proxy Dragon. I was tripping, bro. I was like, why didn't you go like Deco Talker or like Mrs. Radiant, bro, like everybody else? But hey, man, I want to see what y'all had in mind, what y'all actually did. It's gonna be cool for you guys to leave a comment down. Just let us know. It's gonna be fun for us to think about it. You know, what cool combos y'all did with it, because you know everybody plays different. Everybody plays a different style, and I really want to know what y'all just did with it. That's gonna be extra fun.
Yeah.
All right, Ivan, you want to sign off?
Yeah, man. God bless y'all. Make good choices. Be safe. Don't hurt your brain cells.
I was waiting for that.
Bro,
I was waiting for it.
I'm telling you, bro. No other YouTuber has that line, bro.
Don't
real, man.
hurt your brain cells, man.
I mean it every time I say it, bro.
On the real, dude, we have to get a mat with a don't hurt your brain cells, bro.
If I get a don't hurt your brain cells mat, y'all better buy it.